Hey salty sailors! We've just made it to Martinique after backtracking to Guadeloupe to dodge a Category 5 hurricane. Now it's all about getting a move on and heading down below the hurricane belt, with the season really heating up. Our plan is to anchor hop down the east coast of Martinique, then make our way through St Vincent and the Grenadines en route to Trinidad. That's where we'll haul Escapade out for some well overdue TLC and enjoy some well-deserved land time for us and the cats. We're planning to lay the boat up for a few months while we head to Mexico, where we can enjoy a bit of apartment life and a dose of routine, before heading back to crack on with a bunch of maintenance and upgrades. But for now, let's focus on the journey. We're just leaving Fort-de-France, Martinique's capital, and racing a few friends to an anchorage 7 nautical miles south. Are we going to win? Let's find out.
Here we go. You nervous?
No. Why would I be nervous?
I don't know.
Is it the gusts, maybe? Tips us over?
Yeah, 17 knots every now and then. It's downwind though.
Yeah, it's like amazing right now. Okay, push along.
Good start for Escapade over here.
Look at it! Jace is all about a good race these days. He's really honing his skills and turning into quite the little yacht racer. As for me, well, I'm mostly here for the anchorages and the places we visit more than the actual sailing. But I won't lie, I still love it when we win, especially against a bigger boat that technically should have beat us. Just goes to show Jace is getting pretty sharp with those sail trims and little tweaks to give us that extra boost. And if you didn't notice already, we won the race. Now it's time to catch up with a few Sundowners before we set off further south.
It's top of the morning. Absolute curler. Yeah, I just didn't see much gust here, so I'm like, oh, it'd be a good time just to...
cruise around. Yeah. We decided to set off early while the wind was calm, motoring a few nautical miles around the corner. Technically, anchoring there is forbidden, but it's such a nicely tucked away spot sheltered from the wind and swell, so we figured we'd try our luck.
Yeah, we just did like literally a 20-minute sail to the next bay. It says you can't anchor here, but there's so many people anchored here. I don't know why you can't anchor here. If they're trying to regenerate it, there's so many fishing buoys, it's not even funny. I think that's going to help regenerate it, chucking those down every day.
Now it's time to stretch our legs a bit.
How long have we been walking for?
Nearly 40 minutes. And we've been going up and down, and then we've been lost a few times and had to like turn around to take different pathways.
But we finally see ocean over there. I don't know if you can see it.
And it's like a big town up the hill from here when you like glance and don't look properly.
Oh, can you see it?
It looks like we're in like Europe or something. Yeah, look. It looks like we're rocking up in like...
Oh yeah.
Until you actually see the state of the houses, and then you're like, oh yeah, it's the Caribbean. It's not Europe. We made it, nearly. Looks cool down there, it's busy. Look at that. It's like binoculars. It's sweltering here, so we leave the door open for the cats to find a cool spot to relax. We're always eager to get back to the boat to check on them and make sure they're still on board. The thought of anything happening to them would break our hearts, but with no air conditioning, we don't have much choice but to keep everything open for their comfort. Don't talk to me. That's Zen. No, I'm just kidding. We did like, I think it was 22 minutes or something.
Is that it?
Yeah, and we're like, Jason's dying.
I haven't worked out in that long, and I'm like cramping. Like we did
literally like 30 squats and 30 lunges, and my legs are like, I can barely walk.
The sun is already like so high as well, and it's 8 o'clock now. We got here at like just after 7:30, and yeah, you really have to come at like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
It's time to head further south to a popular cruises spot called Le Marin in Martinique, where we'll wait for a suitable weather window to continue our journey to Trinidad. Along the way, we ran into some friends we've been seeing on various islands, so we radioed them on the VHF and said, the race is on.
I guess we win again. We're having issues with our water, getting no pressure coming from the pump, or not much, very little when we turn the faucets on. So we're going to inspect it. We don't really know what we're doing, which we never do. But we somehow managed to work it out.
Yeah, we had to take the nav table off and the fridge out to get in there, which is a bit annoying, but Jason's got his little apprentice there.
She always wants to help out.
What are you doing? Are you stuck in there? Are you stuck? You're a silly girl. After tinkering around and realising there was no saving our water pump, we decided it was time to head into town and pick up a new one. Our shower drain pump broke just a few months ago as well, so I guess we've hit that point where a lot of these older systems are starting to give out on us, which of course means money coming out of our pocket pretty regularly as of late.
So we are just motoring past the Patrons in St Lucia here now. We've only got a few more days on the water and that's pretty much us done. There's another boat coming to us by the looks of it. Yeah, you get these random boats literally just come to you and harass you pretty much. It's going to turn around any second. Definitely not what we expected.
No, we're going around the edge of the island and then we came around the corner and it was like, oh, it looks really gross going that way. And we still got 7 nautical miles that way just to be at a crappy anchorage to then leave tomorrow morning.
And we're going 3 knots to get there, really slow.
We were like, it's going to be 7 nautical miles to get there, or we can go on a nicer angle and go 30 nautical miles. Like, it saves us time now to go now than wait till tomorrow. So we'll get to St Vincent at like dinner time, like by 6 o'clock tonight kind of thing. And sounds like pretty much everywhere there you get the boat boys harassing you a little bit, but it is what it is.
Supposedly no one comes there at the moment because of Hurricane Beryl, so...
Well, we'll get there at dinner time, so I don't know if they'll be hanging around still or not, but we'll just anchor there and then leave tomorrow morning for Beckway. Spend another night there and then probably get going and head all the way to Trinidad. So lots of sailing the next few days. We managed to arrive in St Vincent just before sunset. Oh, well I tell you what, it's kind of nice to come in here and not get harassed by people.
Yeah.
Like I don't mind if it's like, you know, 1 or 2 people come in the morning, but it's nice to not be like chasing the anchorage. Like just let me anchor and then chat to me later, give me a minute.
Yeah, we're here, darling. But check out this place.
Look at the palm trees all up on the top.
I know. We've been like transported
It's really cool.
somewhere else.
It really is, hey. It really feels like kind of like what you expect the Caribbean to kind of be like, except like the beach. There's not really any beaches, but it's like really lush green rainforest. Beautiful. Sun's setting.
It is.
Hey, Monkey, are you happy to be here? So cute! Hey, buddy!
Where are we going?
She looks so cute. I'm just letting you hold it like that because she's staring at the bird.
She's like frozen.
Anna! Shake yourself.
What's that, Lulu? Is that a bird?
We were welcomed into Beckway by a lively pod of dolphins. This felt extra special, especially since we hadn't had any dolphins riding our bow since we arrived in the Caribbean.
Hello. What are you doing? Yeah.
And after a quick stopover to catch some rest, we hauled up the anchor and set off early the next morning for our 30-hour sail to Trinidad. Dolphins! And they're so excited! They literally flipped out of the water to get to our boat. Woohoo! They got so excited, the cute little things. As we navigated past Grenada and ventured into open waters overnight, the conditions became less than ideal. However, we knew time was of the essence. This was the best option we had among the less favourable weather windows before our scheduled haul out. When we finally arrived, it felt like we'd crossed into another world. You could really sense that we were getting closer to South America and the Amazon. Good morning! Oh, we're stressed this morning. Check out. Oh, we can't talk properly. It's haul out day. We're hauling the boat out and we had a little bit too much fun yesterday with our friends on C3PO. Having our last day on the water, had brunch that just turned into drinks all day and then dinner, and we didn't get back till 10 p.m. So I forgot to call the yard and confirm that our time was still at 11 o'clock. So anyway, I messaged her at 8 o'clock this morning and she got back to me at 8:15 and said, your time is at 9 a.m. And I thought it was at 11 a.m. So we basically said, okay, we'll leave as soon as we can. We're around the corner in Scotland Bay, about 3 nautical miles away. And then she's like, actually, they need you to come now because the tide is changing. So we didn't even have the tender sorted. So we've had to like quickly get the motor off and just pop it in the cockpit on the lounge, on the seats, and then pull the tender up at the back and then get going, put a few fenders out, and we're at it. So I'm feeling a little bit stressed and sweaty and puffed and whatnot, but also we have to obviously get the cats carriers sorted so that we can take the cats off the boat, because obviously it takes them like an hour to pressure wash it and then probably like another half an hour to an hour to actually get it where it needs to go with the frame and everything like that. So
I can't believe this is happening. We're hauling out. We've literally just done 2 consecutive seasons, one season in the Med, and then basically
prepped slightly in the Canaries, but we're still in the water. And now
So we did a whole Atlantic crossing and a season in.
And a season here.
Yeah.
So it's I think we need a bit of a break off the boat for a bit. It's gonna be good. I feel like we've got a lot of work to do before we start our next chapter.
Yeah,
in a couple of months.
Much long time coming, hey, to haul out really for the boat. Like it's in need of some TLC.
Yeah, the boat needs so much fixing up. So we've kind of like just started leaving things because we know we're hauling out, and it's gonna be easy to do it out in the water.
Day on it too. Cracking day. It's gonna be damn hot in that yard. So we're not really used to like the way around that it is in the Caribbean. In the Med, you haul out usually in winter, and so you obviously mostly don't live there when you haul out unless you're gonna stay in a marina where you can hook up to power and stuff. But yeah, here it's the opposite, and so all of the yards basically people hire a portable air conditioner. And they even leave it on while they're gone from the boat for like 3 to 5 months because it stops with the mold and everything as well. Anyway, we're not going to do that. You've got to pay like $3 per day if you have an aircon going on top of the $2 that you already pay for power while you're using power if you're hooked up. So we've got some friends that actually were nice enough who aren't on the boat and they chose not to leave it going while they were gone, and they've let us borrow their portable aircon for while we're here, so we're so excited for that. Peak yacht, this is sailing vessel Escapade over. Here she goes. So they actually have a diver that gets in to make sure the straps are in the right spot, that they're not sitting over your speedometer or anything else that some people might have, which is really different. We didn't have that in Greece, so that's pretty cool. And then you can choose whether they scrape it or pressure wash it or whatever as well. So I felt a sense of relief, not sadness, as Escapade was hauled out of the water. We're both ready for some land time and the comfort of a normal routine. We haven't had a single night off the boat since we splashed a year and a half ago. It might sound crazy to some, but a bit of both is essential to maintain a nice balance and truly appreciate this lifestyle. She's back to dark blue. Which is great that he's been able to pressure wash that off, because Jason said it's better to start with less, not just keep putting layers over layers. Here she goes. Gonna bucket down soon. Hopefully we get there before it rains, eh? Poor Lulu. Lulu's just getting squished.
Just looking after my babies.
Hey Lulu, darling. Poor Lulu's just so squished in there. Escapade is also well overdue for some maintenance and a few exciting upgrades. So after our break on land, we're eager to dive into some boat jobs and get her ship shape for the next season sailing in the Bahamas. Whoopsie daisy, we forgot to shut the window, and now we've got like dead sea urchins and disgusting stuff all sprayed in the bathroom. So looks like, are we giving this a clean? I actually just noticed a bunch of like gross hair and stuff all stuck in there. So I think what's happened is, because we haven't shut the seacocks, he's sprayed up there with the pressure washer, and it's actually sprayed it up through the bathroom, like through the actual sinkhole everywhere. That's my thinking. Lovely, eh? Well, we'd better get cracking on all the cleaning we need to do before leaving the boat for a couple of months. So I guess we'll see you next week. That is, if you've subscribed, which is totally free, by the way. And if you'd like to support our channel in other ways, all the links are in the description of every video. Cheers, guys.